Hey guys, welcome to a new episode of Secondhand Stuff I Got. The show where, well, actually you should know what it is by now. Anyway, somebody actually pointed out that I stole the idea from LGR, and well, yes I did. That's where I got the inspiration for those videos. In fact, I never tried to hide it or disguise it in any way. But moving on, I'm here looking at some PlayStation 2 and PlayStation games. Not much there other than a few sports title, Spice World, no thank you. Moving on. In the CD section, cool to see Megadeth. I don't need it, but it's cool to see. I'm looking through the cardboard sleeves CDs. Maybe I can find another demo CD for PS2 after finding this Shadow of the Colossus thing. But no, not this time. Moving on, new shop, new section, it's books and CDs. Is there games here? Yes, there is. What is there here? Well, it's actually, again, just a pile of mostly sports games. The only one I have some interest in is this guy, Basketball Exciting. That's a weird name. Anyway, I'm taking it. There's also this copy of Lego Football Mania. No, thank you. Anyway, that's all this section has for me. I'm also checking in the toy boxes. I've said it before, but I have found DS games and even a DS or two. So it's always worth your time checking there. I also found a lot of toys, game-related toys like Mario's and Ninja Turtles and stuff like that. I don't keep them. I actually ended up giving them to a friend of mine's kid. Hi Jake. In another shop, I found Cameo for the Xbox 360. Never heard of it. I'm taking it. And that's all I'm finding here. It's like a one game per shop these days. Anyway, moving on. Another shop. This blue leather things, but I find this 3DS official Nintendo 3DS carry case. I don't have one, and I could do with one. This is like €2. I'm taking it. There's a few game missed. I think I saw this here before. Taking it. Is that a? No, that's a PC game. I thought this was a GameCube game. Anyway, that's all I'm getting here. Again, let's leave. Actually, in another bin I found this calculator. Again, I don't collect for calculator, but I like the big buttons. But it wouldn't, for me to keep it, it would need to be one of those bright LCD displays, and this isn't it. Again, checking for another Shadow of the Colossus. No, I'm not fighting it here. So I'm going to another shop again, and this looks more promising. There's actually a few games here. A copy of Halo sealed for Xbox. That's cool. That's really cool to see. I have Halo. I have the original version. I didn't have the re-edition. In fact, it's sealed. That's cool. Yeah. Prince of Persia for PS2. I have it, but this is the not for resale edition. I assume it came out with the an actual PS2 bundle. I'm not sure which, but I'm taking it. It's a different version, and I collect stuff. I found this game, The Mystery of the Druids. It's all in 3D. Looks like an adventure game, and I'm curious, so I'm taking it. I'm gonna try this. Maybe I'll do a video on the channel. Actually, this reminds me I should probably do more videos of the stuff I find. Some of it is rather unusual, and I think there's not enough videos on PC games in general. It seems to be all Sega and Nintendo dominated, and there's a ton of very, very obscure and unknown PC games that are actually pretty good, so I might do that. Anyway, here is another seal. It's an Xbox remote. Yeah, complete, sealed, taking that. I actually ended up giving it to a friend because I have no use for it, but a friend of mine collects stuff, and I think we swapped bits, and I ended up giving him this, and can't remember what I got in exchange. There's a few PS2 titles here that I either have or have no interest in, except this one, because I didn't have it, and I have an interest in it. Other than that, there's not much else for me. There's a lot of games, but most of them are either sports or stuff I don't really want. There's a few PSP titles that I have no interest in either. In fact, I ended up selling my entire PSP collection a while back because I realized I just wasn't playing it, and it'd be put to better use in somebody else's hand, and I could use the money to buy more stuff. I'm seeing these cassette holders, and oops, sorry. cassette holders. These are actually very, very handy. I inherited a ton of tapes from a friend of mine who gave me his entire Sinclair collection, so I could use storage for these. So these will do just fine. Just perusing through the CDs for PC games, but no, there's nothing. Is this a... No, that's just a random... Oh god, here's more cardboard sleeve discs. An entire tub. I think there was 2 tubs, and I did go through every single one of them, and I'm telling you now, I didn't find anything. In the toy section, I find this Master of the Universe DVD. It's actually a box DVDs. There's a few DVDs in there. First few episodes. Really cool to find. I took that. Moving on to another shop. This is a shop I like to go to. It's held by an old man, and it's just a bric-a-brac of random stuff. There's no logic to it. It's just piled on stuff. I think I dropped a few bits here. Or no, I'm looking at tools. I'm looking at a big. I'm looking for a big screwdriver. But here, I rarely find stuff, and it's just random junk just piled on, and I never find anything. But I like to check it because it's always interesting to see. Like, I don't know. I like shops like that. But oh my god. I never find anything here, and here is a copy of Big Box Baldur's Gate 2. It's complete, it's all there. So now I'm curious, because I can't just see this one box being here on its own, and case in point, I find Black and White, Dune, Battle for Arrakis, some PlayStation stuff. I'm gonna have to look at things in detail here, because they might be more. No, it wasn't Battle for Arrakis, I'm sorry. It was the Emperor for Dune. Yeah, I'm taking that as well. I did actually play it years back. It wasn't great, but I'm just a Dune's nut. I love everything Dune. I've pretty much read all the books from Dune. Here's a copy of Spyro for PlayStation, but it has Who Wants to Be a Millionaire CD in it. What a disappointment. But I'm going to check every CD because it might actually be in another box. It wasn't. I can tell you now, it wasn't. I didn't find the CD. I actually ended up taking the outer sleeve because it's always handy to find. PlayStation stuff you always find loose and complete stuff and incomplete stuff. So it's good to have a pile of manuals or discs or where you can match stuff. Same with PlayStation 2. I can't believe I found something. I like this mirror. I can't take it, but I like this mirror very much. Probably should have taken it. There's an amp. I bet you it doesn't work. Anyway, that's all I found here. Actually, not true. I'll show you at the end. I found another box. It's a board game. But I go to another shop, and the lady has a pile of stuff behind the counter. And the reason they do that is because people just take the CDs and leave the boxes empty, and they can't have that. But here, look at that. Legacy of Kain demo CD. For PlayStation 2. This is awesome. And the Prince of Persia, is it Two Swords? Demo as well. That's really cool. So now I'm just digging through everything as well, because I might be able to find other stuff. They have more PlayStation stuff in one of the shelves. I actually told her, she didn't realize. But here, look at this, Soul Calibur for PlayStation 1. This is unbelievable. Wow, this is just awesome finding all this. So I ended up going through all their CDs and DVDs and finding games that I probably didn't have any use for myself, but I just made a pile for them to put behind the shelves. Sorry lady, I got your legs here. And to put behind their shelves so they actually know what they have, or at least they know these are games. Another shop, there's a pile of Xbox and Xbox 360 games. Enter the Matrix, it's a terrible game. Here is actually Puerto Rico in my bag. This is mine. This is the other box I found in that old man's shop. It's not for me. It's for a friend of mine. She collects board games and especially historical board games and stuff like that. So I did actually find stuff for her before, and whenever I see a board game that she might be interested in, I get it. Going to a flea market. There's a pile of Xbox 360 games, copies. Very bad copies of that. No, thank you. The lady was very nice. She said she wanted to do me a deal on all the DVDs, but I was like, no, I don't take copies. There's a few old joysticks. It actually started to rain, and both joysticks didn't seem to work, so no, thank you. I have boxes of joysticks anyway. Every time somebody gives me their own collection, there's always a joystick, and most of them don't work. So I have a box of non-working joysticks. So I'm not taking more. Here there's this guy with more controllers and joysticks. I actually always get a couple of items from this guy. He seems to have a lot of video games, and he's not overly pricey. Except for his Jaguar back then. That was just ridiculous. But, yeah. But nothing here for me. There's crummy PlayStation and PlayStation 2, and I have a few of these. No interest. A couple of Wii games. Again, I'm not a Wii guy. I ended up selling my Wii as well. I ended up selling a lot of stuff recently. I sold my PSP collection, all my Wii collection, my Xbox collection actually, soon after this video. Yeah, I just never played them, and I'd rather concentrate on less items, but actually, systems I will actually play. There was a copy of StarCraft here for PC. I took that. It was cool to find. There's a few PlayStation games here. Some of them I don't have, so I'm just gonna make a small pile and acquire them. Somebody once said you don't collect for the PS2, you hoard for it. It's kind of true. There's so many titles. Here I ended up taking a few games. The Hobbit is one of them, and I can't remember what the other ones were. Sorry about that. There's a few more PS2 titles here, but they're all sports games. So that's me done with this section. Thank you very much. Although, as I'm paying for all that stuff, the guy asked me if I'm interested in more video games, because he said he had a big warehouse with more stuff. Nintendo, Sega, you name it. So I took his number, he took mine, and we're gonna be in touch in the future, because he has stuff for me. Here's the complete loot, guys. Quite a few nice titles. Baldur's Gate and Puerto Rico were really cool to find, and Soulblade for PlayStation 1. As well as that Soul Reaver, I don't know why it's not in the picture, but and Prince of Persia demo games. As well as Ratchet and Clank 3 demo. Really cool. As well as a connection with somebody who might have more for me. Anyway guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.